Right, March the 23rd has now been revealed as my next fight. We knew I was in the tournament, but we've now got an opponent confirmed, and it is Street Beef's legend, Baby Hulk.
That's a cool opponent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's something to get you up for this fight. I think last time the pressure was on in a different sort of way, where it was all on you. This guy is a legit guy, right?
Mate, the reaction to Baby Hulk being announced as the opponent has been really, really positive. Like, a lot of people are very excited. Regardless of myself fighting him, a lot of people are very excited to see Baby Hulk on the league.
He's got a major amount of views on the Street Beefs channel, by the way. One of his fights, I think, got 46 million views.
Yeah, I mean, mate, I was looking and I went on the most popular video. Straight away, Baby Hulk's the most popular. Who's the second most popular? Baby Hulk. So he does the views, man. He does the numbers.
It's because he's got this like aura and image, and like when you do backyard brawling for a start, that's pretty out there and pretty wild. And when you've got this aura and this image, I think it kind of stems, to be fair, shout out to the king himself, Kimbo Slice.
Yes.
He was the originator of he was the one who really made this authenticity and this superstar of the streets sort of a reality, and now people like Baby Hulk are continuing that.
And it's funny, isn't it? Because you got a lot of people, like, especially from the boxing world, yeah. I've come from the boxing scene. I used to spar, still do spar good pros and whatnot and amateurs, and a lot of people will have a little bit of a judgmental outlook on Misfits at times. And I'm constantly telling people, listen, the standard's good, man, especially where I'm fighting, the standard's decent. And I think a lot of people will look at the Street Beef stuff and they'll say, it's backyard fighting, it won't translate. Well, I tell you what, the champion's Dean the Great, and he came from that background.
Facts.
And you're looking at guys in the tournament, guys that are fighting on the same night as me, which we speak about the event, but little Cray, he's come from that backyard fighting. So I am under absolutely no illusions here that this is going to be the toughest fight I've had, and this is going to be a grueling task having to deal with Baby Hulk, because I think first time round, listen, respect to Most Wanted, and obviously a massive respect for him having me on his undercard for this one. But
how weird is this, right? This guy schooled this kid, right? And now he's the fucking main event. But look, this is what putting your name in the hat gets you in life, right? You got to show up to have a chance, and Most Wanted showed us that for sure, bro.
Exactly. And listen, respect to him, but I do genuinely believe that in the build up for that fight, I was staying quite coy, wasn't I? I was like, yeah, but in my head, I was the whole time, like, there was certain times in a hotel and stuff, Most Wanted would say little bits and pieces to me, and people were probably thinking it was maturity. Yeah, I was 9 years older than Most Wanted. It wasn't maturity. In my head, I was thinking, mate, you're in for a world of hurt when I get in a ring with you. And I could be quite composed and sort of calm in thinking that. That's not the outlook I have on this fight with Baby Hulk, man. Like, I'm looking at Baby Hulk and I'm thinking, you are gonna bring hell for level with me.
It's a cycle, right? Yeah. Let's just say how it is, right? If you get in to these backyard cages, right, where you're not, when you get locked in a cage in the UFC, oh, it's nice. It's lovely, right? They look after you. The medical team's there. Everything is checked. It's the best of the best. We're out here in the backyard smashing fuck out of each other for very little gains here. Yeah. There isn't, everyone's got to, have a whip round and who's going to bet on who. To do that, you've got to be a bit nuts. So, yeah.
Yeah, I had a chat with Baby Hulk the other day.
How was
Lovely bloke, really, really nice bloke. Do you know what it is?
For the beef to come,
mate. I'm sure it will come at some point, but I keep saying it. Like, I was texting you before, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm doing a FaceTime Baby Hulk later for the Misfits channel," and I text you after saying, "Yeah, just a lovely bloke, really." And I keep having this. I don't know whether it's an effect I'm having on people or what, but I'm not really getting into that side of things. And
it's coming. It
is coming.
It'll come in the semi-finals or the final, guaranteed. Because there's some bad men in this this tournament, like, for sure.
I mean, the way I look at it, right? And again, look, now if someone asks me how I earn my money, I suppose I'm a YouTuber too. But the way I look at things, I look at Baby Hulk and I'm like, you ain't a YouTuber.
He's a fighter.
You're a serious fighter who is about it, who does it. And I tell you what, Baby Hulk ain't going to be getting in a ring afraid of me. Most Wanted, listen, respect to him. I'm not trying to put him down at all. He's made a video saying he wants a rematch of me. It's a bit of a weird one. But with all respect to Most Wanted,
Bro,
I
he
think
was talking to Fox the G. He's taken over the fucking internet now because we're talking about him constantly, which is what you're supposed to do. So credit to him again.
Good man.
He was talking to Fox G like he's eating his dinner in the middle of this fucking call, and he goes, "Bro, I'm the captain now. I'm the leader of this ship." I'm just like, fucking you go, kid.
Fox the G's a funny fucker as well, though, man. He was making me laugh on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like realistically,
he's coming to rip your head off.
There's not going to be one part of Baby Hulk's arsehole that falls out when he gets in a ring with me. He's coming to take my head off, and I do truly believe that in this fight, do you know what I'm really looking forward to? Right? Shouldn't read the negative comments, but to the ones I did read, you know, a lot of it is, he can do that against this guy that's never boxed. Let's see him in. Listen, you're going to see it. And now you're really going to see levels. Now you're going to see me go up through the gears. And now you're going to see an intensity in my performance when I'm in there with a man who does instill some fear into me.
It's fear, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when what's coming back at you is dangerous, it keeps you fucking razor sharp. So potentially you're going to see a better version of you from this fight because you know you need to be the best version of yourself.
You know, he's got a 100% stoppage ratio in his wins.
Bro, I'm laughing.
Do you know what my ratio is in my wins? 12%.
On the night, my heart is going to be going, right? Because, you know, you can crack. I've seen him drop people. And obviously in MMA or in backyard MMA, you know, when they go down, you're getting on top and you're fucking ending that shit, right? So, yeah, he's
it's like we've got a good ref in there then. Fucking hell.
Yeah, right? I mean, I don't know if you remember, but there was the heavyweight kid... fucking hell, what's his name? The heavyweight lad who fought
Tempo Arts.
No, the other one who fought him.
Chase
literally dropped the guy and then spanged him out on the fucking canvas in boxing in Misfits. Yeah, but look, this kid does seem, despite being the savage that he is, to understand the fight game, and I'm interested to see how he looks with boxing gloves on. That's my main hope in this, is that you being the more of the boxer, him being more of the fighter. The worry is knowing Joey, like I do, he does like a tear up, and when it does get a bit heated, I don't want you to get drawn into that too much, right? I want you to fight your fight, and his job is obviously to make it a drag him out, knockdown fight.
Yeah, I mean, mate, the way I see it as well, like we were speaking about the MMA model earlier. Listen, I'm unbeaten so far in my boxing career. I plan on staying unbeaten. However, I also want to make sure I'm in entertaining fights. And I don't think a jab and grab, box on the back foot, run away and nick it on points off the back of a lead hand is anything that's going to appeal that much to the Misfits audience when it comes to creating me as one of the fighters they do want to see in there with Dean and with the top guys. So I think I need to put on a performance here, and it's about getting that fine tune, getting that balance between the two.
Do you know, me and him, we just made a video about AJ, and AJ struggled with that balance. And in his last fight, he got it just right. And that's kind of the way I'm, thinking, to balance the defensive responsibility with bad intentions when you do go and you do commit. And that way, in theory, you should be better than this guy, in my opinion. However, one shot can change everything, and I've seen him hurt people. So, yeah.
Do you know what I do have to deal with as well? And this is the sort of thing that I sort of relish a bit, but, mate, I had never boxed, before Leeds, I had never boxed more than half hour from my doorstep. Then we went up to Leeds, we made the trip up there, we had a good time, few mega pints. But even that was a bit like, well, I'm boxing in Leeds. And obviously, look, I put on such a good show at the arena, they've now booked Josh Taylor for a world title fight there. So, happy for you. Yeah. Following in good footsteps.
Now you're going to fucking America, bro.
Oh,
Can you believe that? You're fighting in America, man.
Sometimes I still can't believe I'm on the kickoff, let alone fucking going to America.
Mate, immediately the group chat, right? We're putting pictures of Apollo Creed dressed in all the American gear and that, and we're like, right, this is what we're expecting. Yeah. Or a cowboy hat or something like that.
Nashville's a crazy little place, apparently.
Mum's will lend his cowboy hat.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's Nashville, Nashville, Tennessee, right? Yeah. Like, little old Joey Knight is now boxing in Nashville.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Mad, isn't it?
It's
mad.
Cool, man.
Absolutely fucking mental. Listen, I'm buzzing for it. When we look at the card, got some good fights on there. We got the first 2-on-1 match between Fox the G and the Most Evil tag team. Which is
Evil Hero, Most Wanted.
Evil Hero. That's the headline on the
I was surprised at that. Me and Mams had a bit of back and forth. I was like, are you sure? Because you could go out there and starch these guys. But look, I think without
being disrespectful though, that's more about Fox than it is about them two, because
then they know
Fox
that.
has got the star quality, hasn't he? Really, he's a good name. Unreal first performance. You know, if he can muster up that sort of performance again, those boys are in big trouble. But also a very good character, funny. He's a good guy, Fox G.
I like him. I've had a good laugh with him every time. Ironically, I met him on Misfits 1. And he looked so much younger then than he does now, because obviously he's fucking like must have been 17 then, and you know he's growing rapidly and like becoming a man now, and then all of a sudden starching people. And it's great to see he's put the hard work in, and he's a dangerous puncher. So look, this is set up perfectly to build his star. There's no doubt about it. The other fight on the card, Yudi Gang versus Cray Cray.
Yes.
Big technical bout. That is one of the highest level boxing matches, in my opinion, that we'll have seen on Misfits so far, in influencer boxing so far.
It's mad, yeah, and I'm going to sound like I'm disrespecting Dean here, and I don't mean it in that way, but it's mad because I'm looking at a lot of guys in this tournament, and I'm not going, they beat Dean. But if they were to get matched up just in a normal match against Dean, I'm not necessarily going, well, he's a massive favourite here. And this is what I'm saying about Yuddy Gang and about Cray Cray and about myself and about a lot of the guys in the tournament.
High level, man.
I really think that if you're sitting there and you're thinking, this will crown the best of the rest, but they got no chance against Dean, mate, anyone can win this tournament. And I mean anyone, right? And the level of the opposition you're going to get in there, the level of matchups is going to be shown at the forefront on this first night, because me against Baby Hulk and Yuddy against Cray Cray, they're two real high level matchups in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm actually going to enjoy that just as a boxing fan. That's how... You know, because obviously influencer boxing, it's about entertainment, and I love it for that reason. But it's nice to have certain levels of fighting where you're like, this is just a fucking good fight, mate.
Yeah.
And these are, do you know what I mean? I think that the 2v1 is a different spectacle on its own, and it's there, and it's going to piss the real boxing fans off. But these two fights, they're the antidote of that. They're the ones where you can watch that and go, look, this is fucking legit, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, the old 2v1s, I think that's something that we see a lot more of. And I think with the higher level guys especially, we might see matchups like that to try and even things out.
But the thing is, right, people are already outraged, right? I've seen the zone feedback, right? But equally, people spar all the time where they go, I'll do a round against him, a round against him, a round against him. Like high level guys, they do the tagging in all the. It's just not as WE is what we're going to make it that night. But it isn't unheard of.
Literally yesterday, I've been doing one in, one out. I'm staying in, they're going in, coming out for one. And I tell you what, you do have to really recoup your energy, because that the sort of minute mark into the round, when you've started to wear your man down a little bit and you can nick a rest here and there. No, he's out, another one in, and he's got fitness and he's ready to absolutely go for it. So I do think it will cause a lot. Listen, if Fox fights Most Wanted, or if Fox fights the other guy in a normal fight, I'm backing Fox heavily. However, against the both of them, I'll be honest, I'm still backing Fox heavily, but it might be a bit more of a spectacle.
Yeah.
And Fox is funny, man. Like I was saying this the other day, right?
If Fox's cardio isn't up to par, that's where we might have a
Fox the G. I tell you why I was impressed by Fox the G, right? I'd never watched him box. I don't think many people had seen him even spar, box, whatever.
Close, yeah.
And he young kid, rocked up to the hotel, keeps himself to himself, funny kid, but not too outgoing, just around the hotel and stuff. And I was chatting with him. He's 19 years old or something. He's flown over to the UK with his mum and just knocked his opponent clean out. And for that, at that point, I realised I had you a bit wrong here, because I thought you were a little bit wet behind the ears, and clearly you're not. You're a savage. So I'm really excited to see
very
him
intense.
fight. Yeah.
And the one thing I would try and do if I could give him some advice, and I'd like to think I could, because I want these lads something to look up to me a little bit, in terms of no, I'm not trying to big brother you in a nasty way, but just to give advice. He talks sometimes as if he's Anthony Joshua and he's going up for a heavyweight title fight, and I'm like, bro, the version of Fox that I seen on his YouTube channel for months before he had a fight is the great, there's the funny version, and I think he needs to learn how to not take himself so seriously through boxing, because sometimes we've seen influencers take Anisan Gibb, for example, who it will always be one of the funniest influencers, right? Great guy. But you don't want to get too far into the boxing. And sometimes that can happen where you're like boxing. And I want him to find that balance between entertainer and boxer. When you're in the ring, you're a boxer. Outside the ring, remember that you're the entertainer. And get too Anthony Joshua about this. You know what I mean?
Well, ironically, Fox is probably one of the only ones, Ashley Raxu as well, that I've actually seen uploading content since that last Misfits fight.
Yeah.
I mean, not on my level, mate. I'm banging out a video every single day. These boys have put a couple up, but we get there in the end. So very excited to see that fight between Fox G. Obviously, Yuddy Gang and Cray Cray. We don't know this for certain, but if you're looking at the dates, it could suggest that maybe if I come through against Baby Hulk, I'm going to get the winner of that fight because the dates could match up. I don't know,
because when I was talking to the Misfits guys, a lot of the reasons the matchups seem to have been made are down to availability and timing. So there's no way of knowing, unfortunately.
Well, I'm available whenever.
I know you are.
Listen, I'm really excited for it. Obviously, as it draws closer, we'll do a lot of content around it. But me against Baby Hulk, what do you guys think? You're excited to see that matchup? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this entire Misfits card, because it's one we're really, really looking forward to it. And this year coming, man, we're going to be doing a lot of content around the Misfits stuff between myself and my good friend Brian, who joins us on the channel once again today. So to show your appreciation for that, hit the like button now. The Pain Game, which I'm a regular guest on, is linked in the description to this video. So head over there and you can catch some of my and Brian's stuff on
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, though. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's get them up.
I'll see you in the next one.